Careface CVP. Subscribe, like, comment, and let the whole world know about it.
Thank you for your time that you take to support Careface CVP. CVP, Careface Video Productions. Did you know this? The word Antarctica comes from the Greek language, Antarcticos, which means opposite to the Arctic. In January 1820, the first explorer to discover Antarctica is widely believed to have been the Russian explorer, Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen, whose expedition first landed in Antarctica. Another name for Antarctica is the South Pole. Antarctica is an extremely cold continent. The coldest temperature recorded in Antarctica was 89.6 degrees Celsius at Vostok Station in 1983. The South Pole is almost entirely below the Antarctic Circle, covered by an ice cap up to 13,000 feet deep. Antarctica is twice the size of Australia. Synonyms: the Antarctic continent is one of the large landmasses of the Earth. Did you know this? The average winter temperature at the South Pole is about 49 degrees Celsius. Your home freezer is only about 15 degrees Celsius. And with the wind chill factor, that means it can feel much colder. In February 2020, the continent recorded its highest temperature of 18.3 degrees Celsius, 64.9 degrees Fahrenheit, which was a degree higher than the previous record of March 2015, 17.5 degrees Celsius, 63.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Did you know this? Antarctica is dry and high. Under the ice and snow is land, not ocean. And it's got mountains. The average elevation of Antarctica is about 7,500 feet, 2.3 kilometers. In the summer it's about 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius, and it can get down to minus 18 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 28.2 degrees Celsius. In the winter it's about minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 40 degrees Celsius, up to minus 76 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 60 degrees Celsius. Summer in Antarctica begins in October and ends in March, and winter begins in March, until October. Antarctic seasons change as Earth moves around the Sun. The Arctic/North Pole and the Antarctic/South Pole are cold because they don't get any direct sunlight. However, the South Pole is a lot colder than the North Pole. At the South Pole it's about 65 degrees colder than at the North Pole. New study explains Antarctica's coldest temperatures. The record of minus 98 degrees Celsius is about as cold as it is possible to get on Earth's surface. It is true that there are no bears in Antarctica. You can find bears in the Arctic. Another name for the Arctic is the North Pole, but that's another video. Did you know this? Although there are no native Antarcticans and no permanent residents or citizens of Antarctica, many people do live in Antarctica each year. The most commonly spoken language of Antarctica is Russian. The foods of Antarctica. 1. Pemmican. It's a mix of ground and dried meat featuring a whole lot of fat. 2. Hoosh. It's a combination of pemmican, biscuits and melted ice. 3. Sledging biscuits. These plain biscuits come high in energy. 4. Duck. Among fowl, the most popular in Antarctica is definitely duck. Did you know this? The Antarctic ice sheet holds about 90% of Earth's fresh water in 30 million cubic kilometers of ice. But there's not a drop to drink, unless you pour some serious energy into making it. The nearest countries to Antarctica are South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Chile and Argentina. On Antarctica there are no cities or villages. 98% of the continent is covered by ice. Did you know this? 145 million to 66 million years ago, Antarctica was a warm period during which Earth had a greenhouse climate and vegetation growing in Antarctica. Scientists said, the new discovery not only reveals that swampy rainforests were thriving near the South Pole, about 90 million years ago, but that temperatures were higher than expected. The hottest ever temperature recorded in Antarctica has been confirmed by leading climate scientists with the United Nations. The temperature of 18.3 Celsius in the southern polar region, one of the fastest warming places on the planet, was announced by the World Meteorological Organization. Did you know this? The Antarctic Peninsula is one of the most rapidly warming areas on Earth. There are no time zone in Antarctica. If you stand at the South Pole, you are at the southernmost point on Earth. It doesn't matter which way you look. Every direction is north. The most abundant best-known animals from the continent are penguins, whale seals, albatrosses, other seabirds and a range of invertebrates you may have not heard of, which form the basis of the Antarctic food web. Did you know all that? Well, if you didn't know now you know.
Brought to you by Careface CVP. Subscribe, like, comment, and let the whole world know about us. Careface CVP.